Hey guys, Average Joe Arms here, and I want to do a little comparison video for you guys today. I'll have some shooting footage to show you, and go over a few different things. Very similar guns here. This is the Sig P365 X macro, and this is the Hellcat Pro. Much smaller name, but very similar. The Hellcat Pro, there is an option for a flush fit 15 round mag, which makes it a little smaller. But for the sense of this, for this comparison, I'm not even going to bother with that. I do have two empty 17 round mags, one for the Hellcat Pro and one for the X Macro. We're going to use those for comparisons. Both guns are empty, as you can see, nothing in them. Nothing in them. Now, this one is has a comp slide on it, and this has an added compensator to it. So, in fairness' sake, about the same. This one probably shoots a little bit flatter than this one, but you guys can tell for yourselves. And it's kind of hard. I do have more rounds on the Hellcat Pro. I have about I can't speak. I have around 550, almost 600 on the Hellcat Pro right now, and I only have about 250 on the X Macro. But that's plenty of rounds. I'm even carrying this right now, just to be upfront and honest. Even with just putting 250 through it, I feel very confident with the gun, and and with the reputation of the gun. And this one in particular, each gun's different. Could get a lemon, like what happened with my Canic. Like I said, that's not a diss on Canic. That gun had an issue. So anyway, let's do some comparisons. And also, each of them have a TLR7A. This is a TLR7X, but basically it's the 7A. It's the same thing, just in FDE. And since we already showed you that they are empty, we will shut the slides. Each one has a hollow sun on it. The Hellcat Pro has the hollow sun 407K, KGRX2 FDE, just to be up front. This is a 6 MOA die. And I don't know if you can see it right now. Yep, there it is. But let's turn it up so you can get a little bit better view on it. There it is. She's a nice big clear dot. This is the first 6 MOA dot I've had, and I'm really liking it. This one is a 2 actually MOA dot, and let's brighten that up so you can see it. In green also. I am a big fan of the greens. I like red too. I have red on stuff. But very similar optics. I mean, this is a closed emitter, of course, but they're both made by Hollow Sun. They're both very reliable. They're both very nice. I do have a plate on this one and this one. Now, this one says it directs mounts without a plate, and it will. And I might even take it off, but I don't like there's no lugs at all for the front. Without the plate, so I kind of wanted to use the plate, but either way, both optics are great. I really like them both. I actually had this on here and I didn't like it on here. I think maybe because of how far it sits back, and as you can see on the Hellcat, the optic is way back here as compared to on the Sig, so that sits forward more, and I didn't like how it was sitting on this gun back so far and being as big as it is. As you see, that was grip to grip. So, and barrel to barrel, they're right at the same. So there is quite a difference. I mean, you can even see I get almost a full finger's gap between the optic and the barrel, and here it's not. So barrel length wise, big difference. This is only a 3.1 inch barrel, so the barrel stops here, and then you have the compensated slide. Whereas here, this is a threaded barrel, so the barrel is actually out to about here, and it's 4.4 inches. That's a pretty big difference, and it does show in, well, actually, not as much as you'd think. For being a full inch, 1.3 inches, it's really not as big, but as you can see on width, very similar. Very similar back strap to back strap, and they are flush right here. But you'll see once we put the 17 rounder in the Hellcat and the 17 rounder in the Sig, there is a significant difference in the length. if you put the 15 in here, it's shorter, but then again, then you're short 2 more rounds. So that is quite significant. You know, I mean, not crazy, but as you can see with the lights, they're exactly at the same distance. Just very similar guns, and they shoot very similar. I need to get more rounds on this, and we will accomplish that this weekend. So, of course, I'll put out another video. But so far, I really like them both. And I have no problem carrying this or this. And I would go back and forth. The reason that I am carrying this, honestly, is that length of barrel. It feels smaller. But at the same time, it feels better in my hand, like it's bigger. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's how I feel with this gun. And it's really nice. Where with this gun, I feel like I'm holding a bigger gun. You know, a lot of people will say, you know, not compare them to Glock 19s and stuff, but they do because of the round capacity and stuff, the 17 and the 19. This feels more like a full-size gun in my hand. Which can be good or bad depending on how you like it. So I do get a great purchase on this. I like having a full-size gun, but you know, when I'm concealed carry, I kind of like having this smaller 17 round, but smaller. I mean, as you can see, when I grip my hand on this, my fingers are kind of flush with a 17 round mag, where on the Hellcat, I grip my fingers, I got that distance here sticking out. Might not seem like a big deal, but when you're concealed carrying, it may be. And even length, like we showed before. I mean, that is quite a difference on the length. Now, I could take this compensator off, put a standard barrel, and then we're talking the same length, but then I lose the compensator. This is not a comped model. So, you know, either or. But I do like it. Now, out of the box trigger, very weird. We know they're empty. We've checked them. Now this one, when I'm testing it like here on the bench, which means nothing, has a much better feeling trigger. Much longer reset, but a better feeling trigger. This one, I hate the feel. Let's take the mag out so we don't do the same thing we just did. Much shorter take up, which I like. That thud, that dunk, the dunk, I really, man, I don't like it. But the reset, much nicer and crisper than the Hellcat. The dunk, but shooting it, I really did like this. I mentioned it in a previous video, so I won't bore you guys in case you've already seen my comparison of all of them, the 5 micros I shot. But now, here's the thing with this trigger. For some reason, my first shot with this trigger is usually not very good. That first initial pull. And then when I'm getting my follow-up shots and I'm letting it reset and hitting it again, I'm getting really good shots. So either way, out of the box, I'd say the triggers are very comparable. I don't think I'm going to replace either one of them. I know I'm an Apex guy. Believe me, I have a bunch of Apexes. And Apex makes for both of these. I don't know if I'm going to do it. I'm definitely going to get the Apex spring kit for this, which is the sear spring and the trigger spring. I don't think I'm going to replace the trigger shoe. And for the 365, not yet. Like I said, only about 250 rounds for this gun. I want to put at least 5-6 through it and get a better feel for that trigger before I decide if I need to switch it. But as of right now, like I said, I'm carrying this. I feel totally confident, comfortable if I need to defend my life with this gun. I have confidence in this trigger. I shot very well with it. So, and as far as looks-wise, looks are so subjective. I love the way both of these guns look. And I gotta say, I've never really been a Sig guy. But if you know me, I like all guns. And it's kind of like liking a band, but you only like 2 of their songs. I had this Sig SP 2022, one of my all-time favorite guns. A lot of people don't like it. It was one of my all-time favorite guns. And I had a Sig Nightmare fastback carry 1911, one of my favorite guns. But for other than that, I really never liked Sig. And I was never really a fan of the P365. If you're a fan of mine and you've watched my videos, I've even said to it's a great gun. I've heard that my whole thing, but it's not for me. I've always said that. That was a lie, because I guess I never shot one, and I was honest about that. Now shooting it and owning it, this gun's for me. I like it. I really do. And I'm excited about this gun. I'm excited to shoot it some more and put it through its paces. So I really do like this. Now, as far as defensive ammo, I did shoot a box of the Civil Defense from Liberty. Liberty, Bibbity. This is the 9mm plus P, and it's only 50 grain, but it's 2,040 feet per second. And I have one of the rounds. Oh, that's the other one. Let's see. Come on. There it is. This is a bad little round. Look how deep that cavity is. And if you've ever watched videos on Liberty Ammunition, I got these through Sovereign Ammo, and just awesome. I shot a box of these through the Hellcat. Perfect. No issues at all. And then this is the Sig Sauer Elite Defense, the V Crown, and this is 124 grain. And I was shooting these through my Shield Plus. This is what I carried in the Shield Plus. And I was shooting these through my bigger carry guns. But through the Hellcat Perfect, I shot a box of this, which both are only 20, so it's not like I went crazy. No problems. They both went performed excellent, and no problem so far. Other than that, at my range day where I tested all of them, I didn't really get to mention it, but I was using two types of ammo, Magtech 124 grain, and I was using cellular and Ballet 115 grain. And each gun, when I did like 15 and 15, I would do 124 15 and 115 15. That's a lot of 115s, but no issues with either one of these guns. The first videos that I put in the beginning of the thing, so of course it's dumb to tell you now, I should have told you then, because of course I'm making this video and I'm going to insert clips and stuff. I didn't even sight in either one of these optics. I put them on, and when we got to the range, I just pulled them out of the box, put them on the table, and started doing the shooting and filming. And quickly, I mean, they didn't take a few clicks here and there, and as you'll see from my groups, no problem. But both ran excellent. I really like both of these. If you're looking for me to pick one, I'm not going to pick one, and I won't tell you what to pick. It's such a personal preference. What I will say is watch videos of other people, smarter than me, of course. But there's a really good video by Classic Firearms. And what I like about that video, it's with James Reeves. I love James Reeves. And, it's sad that Clint's not on Classic Firearms anymore. But it's kind of cool. James Reeves has been on it, and I really like him. And he self-admitted, like I'm Smith & Wesson fanboy, he is a Sig fanboy. And they shoot the X Macro comp against the new Hellcat Pro comp, and both of those guys, Kaya and James, both shot this so well, and actually better than this. It was kind of funny, because like he said, he's very pro. In one part of the video, it's actually pretty funny. He starts shooting erratically on purpose just so he doesn't shoot it as good as this. So anyway, if you watch my channel, which you're watching this, hopefully this isn't your only video, I am not a fanboy when it comes to trying new guns and giving them a fair shot. Smith & Wesson fanboy, admittedly, but you don't even see my shield out here. And I love these guns. I love both of these guns. I would trust either one of them. There's what I would say a few little issues I'll talk about real quick, and then we'll get out of here. But one thing I don't like about the Sig and the Hellcat is the takedown levers. This one's a real pain. This one's a pain. You can get extended and things like that. But look at the big difference here of where the takedown lever compared to the slide release is. On the Hellcat, it's back here. See, lined up with this one. Way up here on this one. Now, the way your hand sits here, I cannot release that slide release at all. I would have to shift my hand, put my thumb up, and release it. I don't really like that, you know. Whereas with the Hellcat, it is conveniently right there where my thumb is. So let's take a look at that. So I got my hand on the gun, I reach up, I pull the slide release. I do really like that. I do want to get, I don't even think I need an extended. You saw how easy that was. I do want to get it's opposite on these guns. It's funny. I don't need an extended here, but I do want an extended mag release. It is kind of flush, and let's see. I can do it with one hand without moving my hand. Or moving my, you know, re-gripping. I can hit it, but it takes a little bit of strain. It hurts a little bit in here. Whereas the opposite, like I said, I don't need an extended mag release on this gun. This mag release is great. I really like it, but I do need an extended slide release. So let's put the 17 in. As you see, just boom, comes out nice and easy. My thumb goes right to it. Feels good. When I got my hand here, I'm not in any danger of hitting it, which is nice. You can actually see with that grip texture. You see that little ledge in there, and I don't have any danger of hitting that release, and I'm a big fan of this release. I mean, you can see that sticks out pretty well. From the back, not as much, but I really like the mag release, and I hate the slide release, and it's the opposite on these. I don't like the mag release, and I like the slide release. But I don't like either takedown lever. So, you know, you get what you get. But all in all, two excellent guns. I would recommend either one to anybody. If you wanted to go, let's see, let's put the 15 in here, just for ha-ha's sake. Now, you can't go any smaller with this, and you can go smaller with this. So it could be an advantage, maybe, maybe not, depends on what you're doing. Now, there is times, when I'm carrying, I'm a big guy, I usually carry with the 17 in it. But I do have like a fanny pack that when I ride, I wear. When I do wear that, I put the 15 in, because of the way the fanny pack sits. The bigger the mag pushes this up against like the zipper, you know, where you pull down real quick to pull it out. If I put the 17 in, it pushes the gun up a little more, and it kind of interferes. So I put the 15 in where I don't have that option with this. And with the size of this being in, because, you know, you're in that like this. It's in my fanny pack like this, not like this. It's kind of like that. And the zipper rides like right here, and this being a tall from this point to this point, it is pretty dang tall. You know what I'm saying? So even if you look, let's line them up with the 15 in there, and I'll get them side by side for you. Not too crazy, but it is noticeable though, because I have carried both in that pouch. So anyway, these are all things that might not matter to you. So use your own judgment. But 17 to 17, which I think is the fair comparison, you're actually a little longer, like I said, a little longer with that magazine. So, but two excellent guns, can't go wrong with either one. Price wise, yes, you're going to pay more for this, and not only are you going to pay more for this, you're going to pay more for mags with this. This only came with 2, this came with 3, which is nice, but this is a special 2A edition. Most of them come with 2, but these mags are expensive. Whoa. These, they're not half price, but close. So, you know, you got to think of that stuff too, but that's up to you. Once you get 3, 4, 5 mags, you should be good. I like to have 5, and that's mostly for the range. But right now, I have 4 for this and 3 for this, and that's plenty for now. I actually spent a little extra money to get some other options and stuff. So, but anyway, it is what it is. Make up your own mind, guys. But if I can help you with any questions about either one, please feel free to ask, and I'm more than happy to answer you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Stay safe and take care of each other. Average Joe Arms.